For number one, something that was interesting that I noticed was the development of the plot and how it was carried by more of the songs, like the lyrics, rather than just the conversations. The music really revealed the true meaning and what they were trying to get the point across of the musical, and that differs from musicals I've seen in the past. The songs really just kind of made it fun and fancy, but it didn't really show meaning and emotion. For number two, one perspective in Rent was homosexuality. This was obviously seen through the relationship between Maureen and Joanna, and also Angel and Collins. The play is taking place during a time where homosexuality was not accepted, so it was kind of pushing the limits. Another perspective seen in Rent was living everyday life to the fullest, and this was seen in the musical later when the consequences of HIV were revealed, and that's when everyone kind of realized they're wasting their time. This is really seen in Roger, where at the beginning he lacked the will to live life to the fullest, and then by the end he figured out there was still hope. For question three, I knew that the discovery of HIV was an epidemic, but I didn't know much about it, so I did some research and I realized the horrific effects of this disease and how the US was in chaos. I realized that Rent was kind of a close-up view of one friend group and how it affected them, and it kind of put my view in perspective that probably happened to hundreds or thousands of more groups of friends, and it really can tear someone emotionally and mentally. For one politic that was presented in Rent was class. The musical focused around the lower class and how society treats people in the lower class, such as homeless people, not very fairly. It reinforced the idea of class, obviously, because no matter what, the lower class is still treated not equally, not the same, not given the same care, and it was just a good view of that in Rent. Question five, the song I decided to analyze is Tango Marine. The function of the song was to exploit the similarities between the relationships that Joanna has with Maureen and what Mark had with Maureen. It lacked in helping the development of Maureen. It showed kind of how she stayed the same and still used people. However, it aided in Joanna's character development and showing how what she was feeling with her relationship with Maureen wasn't odd. Like, Mark had to deal with the same things, and she kind of just realized that she wasn't alone. My two questions are: what do you think the purpose of Roger and Mimi's relationship? What did it add to the plot line? And would you consider Mark's role as the narrator as well as a character?